Hi, students. This week is the third week of blockchain technology. And this is my favorite week from these 3 weeks because we're going to watch a video together that put all of this terminology work on it, all of this hash, time spent and double spending, how Bitcoin works, what's that blockchain, all of this. We're going to watch a video. Somebody did a video that explained it in a very nice graphic way. So this week we're going to work on how blockchain supports a crypto. And that will put all this, what we learned in the past few weeks together and summarize it so we can understand how it works. Okay, so how blockchain support crypto, in this case, Bitcoin. As we said, this week we're going to focus about Satoshi Nakamoto Research. You will have a copy of the paper. I download that. Digital signature, public ledger. We talked about all of those, but how all of this work together, we're going to watch a video. Bitcoin upper limit, how Bitcoin blockchain replace Visa, all that stuff. So the paper by Satoshi Nakamoto, and here is his email or her email. So the whole idea was double spending. It was money crypto before the Bitcoin in the 80s. And we're going to see that next week. We're going to talk about the history of crypto. But all of them have a problem double spending. So this guy or she or he, that person, find a way to do the eCash without a problem, with no double spending problem. And the key is a purely peer-to-peer version. It's in here. A peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payment to be sent directly from one party to the another without going through a financial institution. That's a key. And the transaction, one chapter was about transaction. And here's the transactions. One about timestamp, how the block, the item, and the hash, how we come to be. These are the codes for Bitcoin, real codes, if you want to do a programming. And the other concept, you talk about proof of work, we talked about it, network, incentive, and all the above. Some calculation and conclusion references, privacy, combining and splitting value, all that stuff. So who is Satoshi Nakamoto? There are many people suspect this or that. There is no person, I don't think there's a person called Nakamoto, Satoshi Nakamoto, and he's on the earth. I think somebody hijacked his name or that name. I think Nick Zeppo is the person, because I looked to other research in my book. I spent a few weeks to see all of his writing, all of information about him, and then I compared that with the paper, peer-to-peer, that paper, and it's a new fall in Canvas also, and you can see that there's a lot of similarities. So now, as I said, now we're gonna watch a video together. I'm gonna click on that, start the first minute or two in the video, but you do it by yourself. You have the slides, and then you have to answer this question. And that will be the end of the technology section or part of the class, of the course. And let's watch this video together, and then we go to the question. We watch a minute or two, but when you have the slides, you click on it and watch it to the end. So obviously there's a commercial in the beginning. Here we go.
To get there, and to make sure...
So I share sounds in case you cannot hear. I don't know if you hear or not.
What does it mean to have a Bitcoin? Many people have heard of Bitcoin, that it's a fully digital currency with no government to issue it, and that no banks need to manage accounts and verify transactions. And also that no one really knows who invented it. And yet many people don't know the answer to this question, at least not in full. To get there, and to make sure that the technical details underlying the answer actually feel motivated, what we're going to do is walk through step by step how you, might have invented your own version of Bitcoin. We'll start with you keeping track of payments with your friends using a communal ledger, and then as you start to trust your friends and the world around you less and less, and if you're clever enough to bring in a few ideas from cryptography to help circumvent the need for trust, what you end up with is what's called a cryptocurrency. You see, Bitcoin is just the first implemented example of a cryptocurrency, and now there are thousands more on exchanges with traditional currencies. Walking the path of inventing your own can help to set the foundations for understanding some of the more recent players in the game, and recognizing when and why there's room for different design choices. In fact, one of the reasons I chose this topic is that in the last year, there's been a huge amount of attention and investment and, well, honestly, hype directed at these currencies. And I'm not going to comment or speculate on the current or future exchange rates, but I think we'd all agree that anyone looking to buy a cryptocurrency should really know what it is. And I don't just mean in terms of analogies with vague connections to gold mining. I mean an actual direct description of what the computers are doing when we send, receive, and create cryptocurrencies. One thing worth stressing, by the way, is that even though you and I are going to dig into the details here, and that takes meaningful time, you don't actually need to know those details if you just want to use the cryptocurrency. Just like you don't need to know the details of what happens under the hood when you swipe a credit card. Like any digital payment, there's lots of user-friendly applications that let you just send and receive the currencies without thinking about what's going on. The difference is that the backbone underlying this is not a bank that verifies transactions. Instead, it's a clever system of decentralized trustless verification based on some of the math born in cryptography. But to start, I want you to actually set aside the thought of cryptocurrencies and all that just for a few minutes. We're going to begin the story with something more down to earth: ledgers and digital signatures. If you and your friends exchange money...
Okay, so here you have it. You need to watch the video to the end. And then also, if you click on 3 blue, 1 brown, you can see other videos, not related to crypto. They do mathematics, algebra, remind me of my old days when I was in high school. Back then, we didn't have internet. But it's a lot of great stuff here. If you like math and algebra, that's a great website. And nicely high, they invest a lot in this video. So great. So we'll go back to our business. I want you to watch the video. Please watch the video to the end. And then answer these questions. That will take us to the end of the technology, blockchain technology. Now, next week, we're going to talk about cryptocurrency, the history of cryptocurrency, what is it, how cryptocurrency uses blockchain technology. So we got all of that cryptocurrency stuff and the cryptocurrency products. And then, well, will be 2 weeks of those. And then we're going to go to the how to invest in the cryptocurrency and how to trade a cryptocurrency. So you may say, Yusuf, why I need this proof of work, proof of consensus mechanism, hash and not hash? Well, these are important because the price of crypto determined using the blockchain technology. So next week, when I talk about crypto valuation, how to evaluate a crypto, well, we're going to go to the technology. That's the only thing we have, technology. In a company equity, we do what? We do earnings, revenue, revenue growth, competition, For example, the price of Tesla going down now a little bit, went up a little bit, went down. People think Tesla competition coming up now. People would like to buy electrical car from other companies like General Motors. So that's a company earnings, revenue, projection of revenue. In the crypto, we didn't have earnings. So different valuation. Next week, we're going to do that. And then once we do the valuation, crypto valuation, understand how crypto works, the products for crypto, then we're going to go to crypto investment. Now we know the technology, we know the money and finance. Then we can say, okay, how to invest in crypto, how much to invest, and then when to trade and how to trade. That will be the end of the technology part of the class. Thank you.